Hello, this is meteorologist Ryan Willis from the National Weather Service office in Peachtree City, Georgia, and this is your weekly weather briefing for October 6, 2016. We'll start with a look with the latest 11 a.m. advisory for Hurricane Matthew. It is currently a Category 4 storm with maximum sustained winds of 140 miles per hour as it moves towards the eastern Florida coast later today and into tonight. As you can see, it will move very close to the Georgia coastline over the next day and a half to 2 days. As of Thursday morning, there are already hurricane watches and warnings along the Georgia coastline, as well as some tropical storm warnings in inland counties in far southeast Georgia. Expect these tropical storm watches or warnings to expand over the next day. While the most significant impacts from Hurricane Matthew will remain along the immediate Georgia coastline, portions of our southeastern area will experience gusty winds from Friday afternoon into Saturday afternoon, primarily along and east of a Cordele to Dublin to Louisville line. These winds will be strong enough to down some tree branches or weak trees and cause isolated power outages. The rest of our area will experience breezy conditions. The most substantial rainfall will be confined to the southeastern areas, but the locally heavy rainfall amounts currently forecast are not expected to create any flooding issues. The tornado threat will remain minimal. Current tropical storm force wind probabilities show that our far southeast counties have the best probabilities of experiencing any tropical storm force wind gusts as Matthew moves off the Georgia coast. These probabilities decrease markedly as you head northwestward. Based on the current forecast, these are the currently anticipated peak wind speeds and wind gusts across our area from Friday into Saturday. As you can see, the highest wind speeds and gusts are expected across southeastern portions of our forecast area. Windy conditions should begin Friday afternoon and peak early Friday morning, before beginning to taper off by Saturday afternoon. The areas highlighted on the map should expect a wind advisory and/or a tropical storm watch to be issued for portions of this area by later today. The heaviest rainfall amount should be confined closer to the coast. However, far southeastern counties in our forecast area should expect 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall through Saturday evening, with isolated amounts of 2 inches possible. These forecast rainfall amounts should not cause any flooding issues. Given forecast uncertainty, there is the possibility that Matthew could track a little closer to the Georgia coast. If this does occur, impacts would be slightly higher across the southeastern portion of our area, with tropical storm force wind gusts to 50 miles per hour becoming more likely. Rainfall accumulation would also be higher, generally in the 2 to 4 inch range if this were to occur. Unfortunately, drought-stricken areas will not receive any substantial rainfall amounts from Matthew, and without any additional rain expected over the next week, the drought will worsen in these areas. While the most substantial impacts from Matthew will remain along and near the coast, southeastern portions of our area will experience gusty winds as well as periodic heavy rainfall associated with Matthew, generally along and east of a Cordele to Louisville line. Some of these areas should expect a wind advisory and/or a tropical storm watch to be issued later today based on the latest forecast. Fortunately, the tornado threat is minimal. Keep in mind that any shift closer to the coast would result in an increased impact across our southeastern counties from Hurricane Matthew.